And we are live
Hi,
on
everyone.
YouTube, and that means we should be coming up live on the page. Let's see, we have a congruent viewer and we have a like already. So that's pretty cool, right? We're just getting started. It looks like I didn't save the new name. Hopefully this is an actual new video. It is running new, but hopefully it's a new one on YouTube. So uh, it's me again, Jim Hall, and it looks like we've got our normal crew here today, Bill and Janine, and of course, Kristi Hall. A little background about me. I've been doing this a really long time as far as computers and internet and making money outside of a job, right? That's what we really try to teach here is that it's possible to make money outside of a job. Hey, it's Mike Hobbs. Yo, Mike Hobbs, what's going on? Good to see you here. It's the Master Mike in the house. Um,
Woo!
so we're going to be talking today about, is it possible to make money online? And of course it is. We've made, Kristi mentioned the other day, we don't talk about how much we've made too much, but we have had a $25,000 month. And we have probably broke or close to $1 million on the internet since we've been doing stuff online. We've paid off our house, our cars, our bills. We're debt free. We haven't had a job for several years. So it's definitely possible to make some money online, right? We've done it all legally and ethically. Ethically, is that the right way to say that?
Sounds good
And
to me.
and we try to help others do the same thing. Janine's gonna show us a little bit of stuff she's working on today, and we're going to help her get some stuff done. And then we're going to talk about income producing activities. And I like what Janine's got for us today because some people might think that what Janine has is an income producing activity, right? But you'll probably be surprised that it's actually not. So we will pull it up and we'll find out why it's not an income producing activity and why it's one of those things that gets you kind of tricked into thinking you're working and doing your job. Well, we don't want to call it a job, right? Every time I call it a job, it's like, I don't even want to go in there and turn on the computer because I don't have a job. So that said, let's
I
turn
have
it over
some.
to Janine.
I have something to share.
You want to share? Go ahead.
Yeah, I got something today. This is every month I get something from Feed My Starving Children, which is the charity that our company, our group of entrepreneurs with the HBA, we all. It's so weird to hear myself echo. Um, but anyways, so we every with every month that we have a commission, part of that commission goes to Feed My Starving Children. And so Jim and I, on top of what the community donates, we also every month do our own. So I like to get myself something every single month. And this month I got this, it's a luggage tag. And since I'm an avid traveler, I love to travel all the time. And I'm actually going on my cruise. I know I've said that like 1,000 times. In less than 10 days, I got this. It's leather. I think it could be leather. And it says it's all about the journey. And it was made in Haiti. And the artisan, I don't know how to say that, is Second Story Goods. And I did post on my personal Facebook page a little snippet about it and about Second Story Goods is what it's called. So check that out. And Feed My Starving Children has its own marketplace, and they have all kinds of really cool stuff. If you ever need a gift or if you just want to reward yourself, go there and see because they have all kinds of cool stuff. I'm super excited about this one, and it's really beautiful. And this is where I can put my personal info. And so that's it. I just wanted to share that.
It's a great cause too.
It's pretty cool. And how many children did purchasing that feed?
This one thing alone fed 15 children.
Wow.
Yeah, 15 children for every day.
So that's pretty awesome. And our company pays 2% of all sales goes to Feed My Starving Children. So we have paid we have provided almost just almost 300,000.
In my email, I did, or not my email, in my Facebook post, I put the latest number on there. So if you want to know the exact number, you can check out my Facebook post.
Okay. All right, so we'll go ahead and have Janine pull up her page and we'll look at that a little bit. I think we're just going to look at how it's looking, if everything's correct, and we'll if it needs some corrections, we'll make some corrections. Help Janine get on track here, and then we will.
Somebody needs to. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey. Hey, we keep that's our point, right? And we've talked about this before too. You know, by helping Janine get and stay on track, we actually end up feeding more children, right? Because somebody gets paid, sales are being made, and children are getting fed. So that's part of why we do this. Now, the overall part of why we do this, of course, is we're wanting to help people make sales. We're wanting to help people learn that you can make money outside of just a job, either as a side hustle or as a business or as not a job. If you want to quit your job, you can. Go ahead, Janine. I'm just talking while you work.
Am I sharing?
Yep, share your screen.
Can she?
Can I?
You should be able to. I don't think I have it turned off.
Okay.
Goes.
Okay.
What did that do?
That shared your Zoom and your screen. So
Okay.
underneath of our, there's your website tab, to the left of that. Right
Okay. Oh, there we go.
Yeah. So there's
right.
your website. And if you want to actually look at, you did it. Okay. And
All right.
right. So it looks pretty good. And I'm going to go ahead and go there also, just so I can see it a little better and interact. And if you want to walk us through what it should do.
Okay. Well, because Mike and Paul set Let's Go up, it goes where it's supposed to go automatic. So that I know is done.
Okay.
Affiliate marketing. That's the page that we're on now.
Correct.
So is that, that looks really odd.
Well, that's because you're in the page. That's what Amy calls meta all the time, right? Is we're in the page while you're in the page.
Yeah, that's really odd. That's very weird. But anyway, is that supposed to do that, or should it go? Should I have it funneled out? Is that saying it right?
This is the best that you can do for our page.
Okay.
Now, I would say that the Let's Goal app, perhaps you should do a funnel there, capture page, instead of the sales page there. Okay.
Instead of this.
Yeah, and that's an opinion. That's always kind of 50-50. It sort of depends on who you're sending here, but in this position, you're not able to collect leads, right? And remember the other day we talked about, if you don't collect the lead, how likely are you to get the sale?
You're not
very likely, right? So it really depends on how hot that person is that's coming to your page. If they're coming through your videos or stuff like that, it's fairly hot. So you might still get a sale off of it, but you still are better to collect a lead. Okay.
Okay.
Unfortunately, now you could set up our page to go through a funnel. It's just a little bit harder to do, and we could show you how to do that sometime. Now you could set up our live page to go through a capture page also, but it'd be a little different to do. The Let's Go, though, there is a done for you funnel that you can set up already, that could be done that way. Okay.
So should we do that?
We could do that. Let's look at your amazing funnel builder, see what you got there.
All right. That.
Okay. And this is in the same idea. You should probably use a capture page here as well. Okay.
Okay. And Learn and Earn is the all-in-one.
Okay.
So this is a capture page.
This is a capture page, correct. Okay.
And I just changed the background on I left it the way it was. I just changed the background on it.
Right. Right. The only thing you could maybe do a little better there, oops, I clicked the wrong button, is you might change the button to a little pinker so that it didn't quite clash as much. Like the orange is a little weird coming from the pink.
Okay.
But it's not like it really matters. It just it clashes a little on the transition, you know.
Okay.
So
I was looking at the bottom and the footer thing, and it said don't remove this down here.
Well, what that says is this code block below this must remain, but delete this text. So it's just telling you don't delete the code, but do delete this text. So you want to go in there and delete that. Okay.
Do you want to do that now?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Okay.
And I'll show you a couple other things that you can do too. So let's go into your website.
Okay.
And go to your go to that page. So are you on that page now? Scroll up to the top. Yeah. So click on the Let's Goal one.
Okay.
Okay. Now click on the chain link.
Okay.
Okay. And I'll try to explain this to you. Okay.
Okay.
So you see where your URL is, right?
Correct.
Underneath of that, it says open in. And right now you have it opening in the same tab. Okay?
Oh.
Oftentimes, whenever you're going to a page and you'd like for your page to stay behind, you would want to open in a new tab. And I would say in this case is a good case for this because they're leaving your page, but they're going to a sort of a resource, right? That
sure.
Once they close it, it would be nice for your page to still be there and they could go to another resource, right? So I would go ahead and change that to new tab.
Okay.
Okay. And then push select.
Okay.
And then I would do that for each of those buttons.
Okay. Not yours, not ours, not the one that we're on now.
I would say do it for ours also.
Okay.
The reason is because you're not just moving them around. Nope. Either way, the link is usually easier. The edit or the link is fine, but the link is usually just easier.
Yeah.
And then I'll show you that in a second, and it'll click and it'll make it a lot easier to understand.
Okay. In the back of my head, I was actually thinking new tab anyway, because I don't know why.
Okay.
Something I have learned somewhere. And I know that's really odd. Okay.
Okay, now select that one and then go ahead and go up and save. And we might be covering your save button up there. So, okay. Now go back to your all-in-one page up top there next to your website tab. All the way up top.
Let's go.
Nope, all the way up top. To your actual web page.
Oh. We're covering me up is what it is. So this one right here, the block.
No, go to your page as it's live in the browser. There you go. Okay. So now when you click on, let's say my link there, click on over to our page.
Okay.
Okay. Now you see it opened it up in a new browser. Okay. So,
gotcha.
I mean, a new tab. So now when you exit off of this page, so go ahead and exit off of this page, your
Oh.
page is still here.
Hmm.
Okay. Before, if you would have exited off of that page, it would have been gone.
You would have done away with the whole thing.
You would have done away with the whole thing. Okay. So in this instance, you don't want to do that. Okay. Now, let me show you, let me take control from you for a second and show you a reason that you wouldn't want to do that. That should ask you if I can have control of your computer. Okay.
Of course you can.
Now,
It's your Zoom.
now, let's say that you were doing a site like Kristi's site. We are home business bakers. Okay.
Mhm.
You clicked somewhere. It must be stop clicking.
I was trying to move you over.
Stop. You clicked again. Okay. Now, on a site like this, where we're wanting to go into the page, okay, so we're going to go to Bake with Friends.
Right.
We don't want it to keep leaving the page behind, okay, because we're going down further into the page. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so when they're done, we kind of want them to leave our page. They're done with our page. We want them to leave. So that's the difference there. A lot of people don't quite understand that difference. So they never really understand why to use those tabs differently. And that's the reason why. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put you back into here. And we'll scroll down to here. What was the other thing we wanted to work on? The footer.
Yeah.
Oh, the footer was in a different page, though. The footer was inside of the Learn and Earn page, right?
Yes.
So you want to go over to the Learn and Earn page.
Okay. Oh, you want me to do it?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okie dokie.
Not there, though. You're going to have to go to your you're going to have to go to the other funnel of it.
To your actual funnel step.
So you're going to come over here.
Oh, gotcha. See, I get myself a little confused.
Okay.
Now, the reason why this isn't an income producing activity is we're not really able to make money from these steps, right? Now, we can't make money without these steps, right? But we're not really making money with these steps. But what tends to happen is we spend a whole lot of time in here beautifying, perfectifying, changing things, moving things around. We're working in here because we're like, we got to get all this stuff done and we got to get it just right. And we'll spend 8 hours a day and like, whoa, I worked on my business, man. I worked on it. But none of this actually brings in money, right?
No.
So you got to be careful not to get caught up in thinking this is your business. This is really only a tool of your business. So this is
only get ready to go to the dance. It's not really dancing.
It's not really dancing, right? It's only your store. It's like the McDonald's analogy again, right? If you have a store, but if you never open your store, it doesn't matter that you have a store. Okay? So you need the store, but the store, you got to just make sure that it's ready to go and stop working on it constantly. So,
Gotcha.
Okay. Just throwing that out there so that people understand the difference, because a lot of people get caught in that trap. And one thing that I heard Mike say one day, and I don't know if he's still here or not, doesn't look like he is, but I heard him say one day that you can make 6 figures with one funnel. And that really settled into me. Like, I don't really need to just keep creating stuff. I do it. I still do it a lot, but I always think in the back of my mind, I don't need another funnel. I can create plenty of money with one funnel, you know? So I think of that a lot. Okay.
Robert was telling me that the other day. She's like, create one funnel and market it.
Market it. There you go. Income producing activity, marketing. And you know what else is an income producing activity? Nothing.
Yeah.
So you're gonna actually click on the all-in-one. We don't need to be in this area here. We do probably want to stay and save though. So stay and
Okay.
save. I'm not sure what we did last in there, but so go ahead and go up and save up there, probably underneath of our pictures,
Yeah.
and then go back to there and do that.
Okay.
Okay, so scroll down to there. There you go. And
All right.
then scroll down to the bottom.
Do, do, do.
Okay, and then where it says there, so that block right there, you can click on, and then the little delete button should come up. So click right there, click delete.
There we
And then
go.
And then you're good to go. And it's hard to see, but there is a little block under there. See those little squiggly lines? That's the
Yep.
code he's saying don't delete.
Oh,
Okay, so that's what
Okay.
that block was really about. So now we're going to save this
Okay.
page again. Okay,
okay.
and
Is this the private policy?
that says privacy policy. It's hard to say what it's going to. Click on it. And then edit it. That should have come up as a link, but and then go to the link there. Okay, so it's going to privacy policies generic. It's fine. It's probably not ideal, but it will get you sales, right? The only
Okay.
time you really are required to have a privacy policy is if you're doing like Facebook ads, YouTube ads, any kind of paid ads. Nobody else is going to expect you to have a privacy policy. So,
Okay.
so
Well, then
unless you're
I'm a
doing any
long
of
ways from
those,
that.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a long ways from that. So,
Okay. All right. So, now again, like I said, as you learn a little more and you can quickly change that button out, that button could stand to be decorated a little different, but I wouldn't worry about it right now.
Okay.
It's something that when you have an hour to tittle with, that's actual tittling time, go in there and do that, and learn a little with it. But okay, so this is stuff that you need to do. This is important work, but this is not income producing activities like we talked about, because this is just getting your store ready. Now, some people could probably argue that this is income producing, right? Because without it, you can't produce income. But you just have to be careful about how much time you actually spend doing these steps. I generally spend about 5 minutes setting up a funnel because I've learned how to do it. It doesn't take very long. I spend about as much time as Matthew Martin does. Now, his are a lot better in 5 minutes than mine are, but it doesn't take too much time to do.
I will spend all day.
In fact, and like I said, I am guilty of it. I had a new idea this morning, and I went in, and I'm going to take your share away from you for a few seconds here. And one of the things I do like to do as value content, and I do sometimes consider this as income producing activities, because value can lead to income, right? Jim Rohn said, we don't get paid for the hours we spend, right? We get paid for the value that we give in those hours. So the more value we can give, the more we can get paid. Somebody said the other day that if you go to work and you don't actually get paid for the hour you're at work, you get paid for the value that you give in that hour at work, right? And people don't quite understand that. So if you go to McDonald's, you get paid for what the average value of a McDonald's is worth for that hour of work. If you don't go to work, you don't get paid for that hour.
Yeah.
So somebody asked the other day, how long should it take to start making a decent amount of money doing this kind of a business? It's hard to say, right? It varies a lot. But the good news is if you get valuable, it can be a lot of money, and it doesn't have anything to do with the amount of time you put in, because you can set things up that can work for you and that make money for you that you don't even have to do. So you can set up a video, for instance, that could sell $100,000 worth of product, and it really only took you 10 minutes to make the video, right? So you made $100,000 for 10 minutes. It's not about the time, it's about the value. Okay. All that being said, so I had this little idea, and I like to show these because this is something a lot of people don't realize they can use the funnel builder for, is what I call video pages. And I got to remember where I put it now, because sometimes I put it in weird places. Let's see here. I think I put it at the bottom of this funnel. Yes, it's called Earn $1 Million. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen now. And I'm not quite done with it, but I think all I really need to do is put a button on the bottom, and it's called Living Successfully. And I'll go ahead and do this so that it looks a little better. Then it says, we become what we think about most of the time. And I grabbed these golds out of the actual video. I thought they would show up here, but once you play it, get past this first little bit here.
The earliest writings of man, we know that
there's these gold colors here. So these gold colors match up and tie the video all together. And then it's Earl Nightingale talking about the formula for becoming rich. Listen for 30 days. And then down here, it's how to make $1 million. Spend 1 hour every day thinking about your goal and how to get there. Earl Nightingale. Earl Nightingale asks, how would you like to earn $1 million a year? Well, I can tell you how to do it. So get out your paper and pencil. All you have to do is figure out a way to earn $2,739.75 a day, 365 days a year. Or if you don't like the idea of working on the weekends, figure out a way to earn $19,230.76 a week. Most people think of their goals more as hopes and dreams for the future, not as actual tangible and achievable milestones. Okay. How do you go about earning $20,000 a week? There are really only 4 main ways of getting rich. Have money working for you, have people working for you, have ideas working for you, or work for yourself. And then basically the idea here is to get a button down here that leads to our business or our products, and show that with our products, you can actually have ideas, or you can be working for yourself, and you can show that you can, sell so many products. Like he says here, if you produced a product on which you could earn a $10 profit, and if you had dealers for this product in 200 cities, and if each dealer could sell 2 of these products a day, you'd come up with $1 million of profit. So if you don't have a product, then here's where you can get one, right here at our button, So this is a way, and this is a real simple page to build. And this would go out to my list, of course, so it wouldn't need a capture page. It would just need a button down here. We could just take a button off of another page, something that's kind of gold. And I'm not going to go into that right now, but we kind of seen how to do a button. We could just kind of throw a button on here and get to the point, right? And the idea, of course, is we're providing value, we're providing a lesson, we're providing an opportunity, all in one page, and it's pretty simple to do. And like I said, this is going out to my list, so it is a form of income producing activities. Okay, so I thought that was pretty cool. It's something pretty simple you can do with your funnel builder. You're using the product and making use of other people's stuff. Even you don't even have to record your own. You can use. I've showed several times where you can use all kinds of different. This is just a video off of YouTube where you just come in. You just come into the video. So all I did was went to YouTube, grabbed a video. I think I typed in how to make $1 million, how to make $1 million, how to make $1 million. Maybe I did actually type dollars. I might have even typed in Nightingale. because I did have a specific idea in mind. Nightingale. Well, I'm not finding this particular video, but I'll show you. Next step is you
So the
just come
secret to becoming a
whatever video
millionaire
you
is
want, and then you go to share, and then you go to embed. You copy this, then you go back to your funnel builder, and you edit your video. Now I took this page out of the video template, so it's not something I even created from scratch, and I just put that in there, and then there's your new video. I just changed the
Wow.
colors up a little bit, and now you have, you know, and then you just, of course, make your changes in your text, and you can do that for any video you want. So, like I do it for Jim Rohn, I do it for, I've done them for, I mean, I've done them for a bunch of different people. You know, just providing different kinds of value for people. This particular page, I went in here, I added a new step, I went to page, I went to webinar, I went down to this one, I believe. Yeah, I went to this one. Then I changed these to gold. That's really all I did. You know,
But
so
okay, show me how you put how you embed it.
okay. So you go to your video, any video, almost any videos. You can block a YouTube video from being embedded, but most people don't. Okay. So you can go to almost any video, go to share,
Okay.
and then go here to embed,
Uh-huh.
and then just go to copy right here.
Okay.
Okay. And then you go to your website. Now, if let's say this one was the one we wanted, we would select this, and I'll just put live delete, so I know I can delete it.
Right.
And then this will pull over here, and then you click on your video, you edit your video, and of course it's got one here. You can just use the link of the video, but I find the embed code works a little better. And then you just put it in here. Now, this one has a thumbnail on it. So if it doesn't change, it might have a thumbnail on it, and you'll have to take that thumbnail out. And that's it. That's the video. And then,
Wow.
and then like what I did was I grabbed something from inside the video. So for like this one, you might say, I want this blue color off this book to kind of match, right? Let's try to grab this book. And then I would come over here and just kind of make this blue so that it kind of matches up with that blue book, just to kind of put some kind of correlation to the video together. And then the same thing here.
I'm loving that color thing that you shared the other day. That's
Yeah, and that's super cool.
yes.
And then you just grab stuff like that, and then you got little tweaks like that. This I would just pull out of here. Don't need it because this was for an actual webinar. You just delete this, just delete this. This thing is pushed up a little bit, so you would come in here to your column, decide if you want it pushed up that way. Push it up a little more if you want. It does leave a little gap under here. So what I did was I added a new block, and I just added an empty block. And I actually pulled this down. Well, I turned this black first, because otherwise it'll disappear. But I turned this black. Now remember, we are doing stuff now that's a little bit wishy-washy on income producing activities, right? But if you get the right value going on, this is okay. And then there is a spacer in here, and I deleted it out because it made my you also have to come over here and check your. So I took this. Is there another spacer? Oh, that's just because that's what it does. It puts a little space under there because it slides it up. And then so I took this space out a little bit, take that space out, and then make sure to check that it doesn't look too bad on here. And it doesn't look too bad. So that works fine. Again, once you throw a little button under there, and I showed you before, you can grab your buttons from your other pages. So let's say we add a block, right? We find one that has a button we like. This button's kind of nice, right? So we grab that block and then we slide it up here and center it. And then we just delete that block.
Mm-hmm.
Delete this block. Delete that block. And then whatever you want here. So all you got to do then is link to your block. And you've made a page in a few minutes, you know, not too bad. And now you send out this link here to your list. That's your link for that page. And of course, this just goes to, well, it doesn't even go to Google. And it works for value. I don't know what, you know, obviously I don't know what the video was, but you get the right information and the right stuff and then link it to a decent email, you've got a pretty good tie-in to a product. Doesn't have to be our product. I've used it for a lot of different products, you know. It's a great way. I showed one of my guys the other day how to take his YouTube video and put it on a page like this, because he was sending people to his YouTube video instead of sending them to a capture page. And I'm like, hey, put it on a page and put a button on it. It works a whole lot better instead of trying to get them to, you know, just like the page that you're on now, right? Instead of trying to get people to go to the YouTube page and then try to get them over here to the page, just put the YouTube on the page, and it works a whole lot better than that process. Anyways, hope that makes sense. Other things, let's stop the video for a minute. Let Kristi talk for a minute. I know she's aching to talk. She
I
hasn't
love
talked in
to
a while.
You know me so well. So I don't even know what to say. Isn't that crazy? Janine, did doing that hands-on even a little bit help you?
Yes.
Okay.
But
And I find that too.
yes.
And
Thank
so-
you very much.
Yeah, and so sometimes when you're working and you're like us, how yeah, you can sit and watch and listen and hear, but if you don't really get in there and do the work, it's not going to stay. And
Right.
so that's what sometimes I'll do is I'll have Jim, okay, explain it, let me watch you do it, but then I want you to watch me do it so that, you know, even like in the very beginning when you went to the funnel step and you right clicked on the gear and it had like duplicate, show settings, that part, that's where you went first. Where if you do it over and over and over, you'll realize your brain will just automatically know to get to the funnel step, you just click on the name of the funnel. And so it's just little things like that that doing will help your brain make those connections. And that's something that I find is super, super helpful. And I'm sure there's a term for this type of learning where I need to see it, but I also need to do it. And if I don't do both, my brain doesn't make those connections. So I'm sure there is some kind of learning that goes in there. And
Yeah. Some people would call me hard-headed or bullheaded.
it's not. Yeah, it's not. And I have been called stubborn or hard-headed before, but it's not it, right?
Take me to them. I'll whoop them.
You whoop yourself then. But it's not. I'm not, and it's not that I'm not listening. Like sometimes they'll say, well, you're just not listening. Yes, I'm listening. I heard every single thing you said, but the connections are not connecting. And I have noticed that he is very good at when I say, okay, speak to me like I'm in kindergarten. And that will get him to say, oh, she needs it to go way back. And it just helps me if I can lead, if I can press the buttons. And that's one of the things that I really like about Zoom is because we can watch you do it. And then if you're struggling somewhere, he can take your keyboard and kind of work for you. But as long as you get in there and press the buttons in a safe place, like this is a safe place. That way, if you do press the wrong button, which that's a fear that I have. If he's not around, I'm
Mhm.
scared that I'm going to press the wrong button and it's going to mess everything up. But not only do we have him to help us, Monday through Friday, we have Mike and Paul that can help us with anything. So that's why I say really get in there and play with it. And you could even have a play section down at the bottom that it doesn't matter if you break it or not. And then you have the support within our community that if you do break something or think that you might have broken something, you have people in your corner that will always help you get it on track. So don't ever forget that. Don't let that hold you back thinking that, oh, if I do this, I might break it. Because I do that sometimes too. I hold myself back thinking, well, I'm scared to take this next step because I'm not exactly sure. So that's just really all I wanted to say.
Well, I want to say something. My hubby that's not here anymore would be so proud of me because he used to say, you just know enough about computers to get in trouble.
Right?
Yes.
Well,
He would be very
I really know enough to get in trouble. So, yeah, I mean, we're always learning. We're all always learning, right? So it's all good. Magic Chronicles, welcome to the show. Glad you're here. We're talking about ways to make money online. We're talking about income producing activities. If you've done anything online before, let us know. If you've not, let us know, and we'll try to cater to your needs there. And what I'm going to continue with is some of our actual training that will help you to not just differentiate between what is income producing activities, but what will help you do better at income producing activities. So we saw Janine and her website and learned that, you know, some of the time you spend building your website, beautifying it, getting it perfect, right, is maybe not income producing activities, but getting it set up is probably income producing activities. So we're going to go on into some actual training. And what I mean by that is training that is provided, right? So like in our affiliate zone, if you're pretty new to our company, the affiliate zone covers a lot of the stuff that is required for setup, the initial setup, like joining the affiliate program. That's pretty important. You can't make money with the company without that. So that would be an income producing activity, right? The quick launch strategy, getting your stuff all set up, some posts, actually post on social media, a couple of intro emails to like email your warm market, stuff like that. And then, you know, setting up your capture page, setting up your domain, your actual website address, connecting your funnels to your website address, setting up your custom email that actually shows you how to set up your emails, get everything plugged in, put into your autoresponder. If you don't know what an autoresponder is, that is your email system that does a lot of your work for you. You know, we talked about value and we talked about that we don't get paid for our hours. You can use systems and software to take on a lot of the work that we can do, right? And that's one of our systems that does that for us is our autoresponder. And then, of course, the biggest part of our income producing activities is getting traffic to our funnel, actually getting customers walking in the door, so to speak, right? And most of that is provided in our HBA premium traffic and conversions. Now, if you're over on the YouTube, there is a link in the description over to the page that a lot of people watch at, and that's this page here. Learn how our heart-centered community can better serve you. And there's a link. Oops, this is the wrong one. There's a link here to join our community. There is another place that you can actually leave a chat here. And this one we check every time we're here. The chat that you're on in YouTube, of course, won't be on the next YouTube for me to check. So if you want to ask a question or something that I could see next time, you'd want to come on over to the page. And then there's also our replays from our last couple plays and some more questions about the company. So some shows how much commissions they've paid out, shows everything that they do, shows they feed 2% of all sales, 2% of all sales goes to Feed My Starving Children, and Feed My Starving Children actually pays out 91% of that goes to actually feeding children. 91% of all the money that they bring in. Then there's some social proof of other people making sales. There's some Q&As down here at the bottom. And then my biggest thing is this is how you can replicate this page to use. And there's a lot of people in our community, you know, especially the ones that are here that are using this page. Once you put in your special affiliate link token here, this page replicates and becomes your URL that you can use, and we can help to make sales for you by doing these live webinars daily-ish. Pretty much 4 days a week we do this, and this is how we can help you to make sales without you having to do these lives, and we provide content for you. Anyways, so we're going to go back over here to the content in here. So inside of the HBA Premium section is where you get your traffic and your conversions. And this is where most of the value comes from. I don't know why I have such a hard time with this phrase, income producing activity. This phrase really works my brain. All right, so in here, so you've got your pre-traffic, right? And what is pre-traffic? It's like get your mind right? It's like the invisible step to freedom. You know, keeping track of your records. Is that really income producing activity? Maybe a little bit, right? If you can get organized, you can do things in a little better way. Bookmarks and browser setup, same thing, organization. Now you got bridge to your dreams. This is more like your vision, your focus, you know, your ongoing overall picture. And then the big picture, same kind of concept here. And then target marketing is like, who are you really after? And then the lead magnet is, what can I give away for free to attract those kinds of people? Okay. And then you have your actual get traffic. And this is where you get into launching your business, 3 steps to irresistible invitations, like how to talk to people either one-on-one. This could be in groups. This could be in messengers. This could be in texts. This could be in all kinds of environments where you're more or less actually talking to people. Okay. Simple free unlimited leads with Facebook. This is where you're actually setting up your Facebook, and there's 6 different videos in here for building an attractive foundation, what to post on your Facebook, attracting more business with magnetic images. So this is all telling you that posting on Facebook, messaging people on Facebook, using your social media, these are all ways of income producing activity, right? Diving deeper into image creation, right? Now, image creation in and of itself is not necessarily an income producing activity, but the images that you create can produce income, right? So it's a bit of that same thing again. You don't want to spend too much time on the image creation. You just want to make sure that you're giving enough value in those images and careful of the amount of time that you spend creating that value. Although, if you spend a week on an image and it produces 100 grand, you're doing okay, right? And then how to grow your friends list. This is part of always increasing your audience, right? If you're always increasing your audience, you have more people to talk to. That's one of the biggest things that people have challenges with in business, especially in the side hustle kind of business, is who do I talk to? I don't have enough people. I'm afraid to lose the people I have because I don't have enough people to talk to. So if you're always growing your friends, then that problem goes away. If you have enough people to talk to, or in our case, like we have too many people to talk to. We actually, you know, I could keep adding people to my list. I'm actually always deleting people from my list because I don't want it to get above 10,000 because it starts to cost too much to have that many people on my list. What to say when working with your Facebook leads. So this is another good income producing activity. If you want to, work your Facebook leads. I don't really work my leads too much. I use more like an add friends to my list, let them talk to me, see if I can help them with anything that they have. Your daily method of operation. What kind of plan do you have? And then you could use this tracker. This tracker is pretty cool because it helps you to keep track of the people on your list, exactly on your Facebook, exactly how to talk to them, when to talk to them. Did you send a follow-up? Did you send them a link? You can get points. It's kind of like gamified.
Is this the tracker that we used when we did the like contest?
Yeah, the blitz
Okay.
early on.
Yeah. Can you tell them a little bit about that?
Yeah, so early on we did a blitz, and they may do it again, who knows for sure, where we used this tracker and we just scored for ourselves, and we did these things because these are action-based things that you get points for. And the more action you take, the more points you get. And then, of course, you do get some, you get more points if you get an enrollment. So, but just by doing action, you get points. So you can kind of gamify what you're doing on Facebook. If you comment on a friend's post, you get 2 points. If you initiate a prospecting conversation, you get 4 points. If a prospect says they're open, you get 5 points. If you send a link, you get 10 points. If you do a follow-up, you get 5 points. If you get a yes or a no, you get 10 points. If you read for 30 minutes, you get 10 points. Now, this is per day. You get these points. Now, these are per day, but it's more like per person per day, where you can't read 30 minutes like 6 times a day and get 60 points. 30 minutes of audio or video training, you get another 10 points. A new member welcome, you get 20 points. A video or a Facebook Live, you get 10 points. An image post, you get 5 points. A value text post, you get 5 points. And then a new sign up, new enrollment, you get 100 points. So if you just kind of made a goal of how many points, then even if all you did was like the actions, right? All these actions are going to end up turning into new enrollments. It's funny that if you don't do these actions, you don't get these new enrollments. If you do these actions, you don't necessarily get these new enrollments, but you're going to get a lot more new enrollments if you do the actions than if you don't do the actions, right? If you don't do the income producing activities, these are all income producing activities. Even the read and the 30 minutes of audio. Now, you notice it doesn't say read 6 hours, right?
Oh.
It says read 30 minutes. It doesn't say 6 hours of audio and video training. It says 30 minutes because 30 minutes can be considered income producing. Once you go over that, you're just kind of cheating the system, right? You're no longer really actually getting good value for income producing. So these are really great for getting value, getting income producing activities into your day. Okay, we'll continue on from there. We're about to run out of time. I want to throw a couple more ideas out just for what is an income producing activity, right? Nourishing the seed by following up. Short form video like TikTok, Reels, YouTube Shorts, Instagram, right? Those are short form videos. YouTube ranking. This is another one that has 15 videos in here. So any YouTube video, basically. Now, the better you can get at YouTube, the better, of course, right? But almost any YouTube video, like Chase, one of the guys in our company, did a video on how to make French toast without
vanilla and egg.
Something crazy like that, right? That led to a call to action at the end, like, if you want to learn how to make more money at home, send me a message. Like, what's that got to do with each other, right? But he got enough viewers that it didn't really matter. He got something like 400,000 views or something on that video. Some of those people sent him a message, right? So,
Wow.
Same thing. Doesn't really
Maybe I need
matter.
to be doing recipes on YouTube instead of Facebook.
right? Recipes probably for sure, because recipes are more visual, more searchable. Searchable is a big thing. If you're that, and what Chase does, I don't know if you know Chase too well, Janine, but
Talked to him a time or two.
okay, he has a video in here too called not the free Facebook ad method. The easy button YouTube strategy. Okay. You've been around a while, you probably know about long-term keywords. That's what we used to use a lot, is long-term keywords. Basically, or long tail, he calls them, long-term, long tail, whichever way you want to go. Basically, if you can make a video with a keyword that's like 7, 8, 9, 10 keywords, you can get it ranked super easy. Now, it doesn't get a lot of search, but a lot of the search is yours because nobody's really purposefully going after those. So anytime you can get a really long, like this, for instance, how to discover long-tailed keywords with Google and YouTube for free would be a good long-term, long-tail keyword to do a video on, right? And then let's say it got 100 searches a month, 90 of those would go to your video. Where if, like, let's say you did how to discover keywords, right? And it got 10,000 searches, you would be so far down in the algorithms that you might still only get 90 clicks on it. You know what I mean? So, Danny, what's going on? You're late to the show, buddy. Better late than never, they say, right? So, although late means you don't get a lot of the value, and man, did we drop some value this one. It's been so valuable. We should have sales just flooding in today. I mean, you know, you have no idea. So what's going on? You having fun at work?
No, he didn't retire.
Every day. It's nice weather though, I'll tell you that. It's beautiful out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard it's pretty nice out here too, but you know, we haven't made it outside yet today for some
Well,
reason.
it's raining in Georgia.
Huh?
I went outside.
You went outside?
Yes.
Oh, she went outside. I didn't go outside. You
It's
know,
icky here.
she's
You don't
always
get that
wanting to go outside, and I don't like to go outside. Yesterday we went outside, we went to the mailbox. I thought we were gonna die. It was 80 degrees out. Like, what is going on?
We went outside.
Yeah, that's hot.
I made him look
It's
at
coming this way.
flowers. Oh, it is. We had a good time outside. We looked at all of our plants. I thought we had a good time.
We did. We
Yeah,
got
I'll be in Rhode Island Thursday.
Rhode Island. Nice.
Thursday, yeah. Her son's graduating boot camp over there for the Navy.
Wow.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
He
awesome.
got his first assignment. Yeah, he's still got to go through school right after boot camp. So don't have
Yeah,
an
he's going in
assignment
to
yet,
be he's signed up to be a captain, I guess.
yeah. Okay.
So
You already have a
that-
4-year degree then?
he's got a degree in something. He went to college
Yeah.
for something. I don't know what, but
Okay.
it'll be interesting. Hopefully the weather will be nice over there still.
Cool. Yeah, definitely the way to go. If you can get a degree and go in as an officer, but way better than being an NCO and being bossed around all the time. So
Right. Nobody likes being bossed around. We know that.
I sure don't. I couldn't stand it, you know.
Yeah.
I managed to get out at 4 years and 9 months on a 6-year contract. So I was like, let me out. And
Yeah,
I
right.
did it.
Hey, right.
It was pretty funny. But,
I don't even like being bossed around what I'm doing now.
right. I know. I never did like working. And I did finally the job at the electric company. I had 8 monitors really, but they were 2 different computers. And most of the time we worked 12-hour shifts, and most of the time I was there by myself. And I kind of liked it pretty well. And then I got fired for something really stupid. And I was like, you know what? I'm done with work. I'm going. That's when I started back into the work from home thing, because I was like, I cannot let one person be in charge of my life anymore. You know, like this is so crazy to be able to be fired over. And what I was wrong. I was wrong what I did, but it was such a stupid thing to get fired over. It was like, you got to be crazy, you know. And then yeah, I was like, okay, whatever. I'm
Yeah.
going going back online and figuring this out and
That's
doing it
when I
again.
went back into home health care for myself, not a nursing home. I was working at Dollar General when David was alive, and they worked with me with my hours, because I had to take him to Emory and he was sick and with cancer and everything. And after he passed away, they moved me up to management, and I got wrote up for somebody not doing their job when I was in the back doing my job. And I'm like, no, 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 no. I can do better than that. So I went back into home health care for myself.
Yep. All
Yeah,
right.
we're all
so,
replaceable out here. We're just a number out here, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
If-
pretty much by myself out here. It's not that bad getting bossed around just when you're at the terminal. But,
Right.
Mhm.
you know, they give you a decent raise every year. It makes it harder and harder to come up with the number to replace, you know.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Lock you in. Golden handcuffs, right?
Yeah, right.
All right, let's finish a few more things and then we'll sign off and we'll call it a day. Let's see. So we got down to YouTube. There's podcasting. Podcasting could be a income producing activity, not something we do ourselves, but a lot of people, I mean, it's really popular right now. And of course, LinkedIn blogging was big. I don't know how big it is now. I know a lot of people still do it. I never liked blogging. I don't like writing very much. So that's not something I ever really did very well. And then there's a lot of paid sources. I personally like solo ads, but I know that it's a very sketchy way to get sales online. It's getting worse and worse and worse, but it is a way to do. It is a way to make it's an income producing activity, right? And then
if you are going to do solo ads, you definitely want to do that training.
you definitely want to do this training and follow it. Unlike me, I'm still a rebel and go out there and do it myself and keep trying to figure it out on my own. Because this is the hard way, and Jim doesn't like to do the hard way. He likes to do it his way, and it's probably the harder way. I like to do the easy way the harder way, and so I continue to do it my way instead of following the guidance of others. But they want you to go and interview people and make sure that they have the right leads, and I'm like, just sell me leads. Text message leads and profits. These are some good stuff, but these are paid ways to do it. Facebook ads. I like Facebook ads. They're super targeted, but there's a lot of skill involved. It's not a thing that you can just jump in and do. You got to really test, and you got to really make sure that your writing, your images, your videos, whatever you do, have to be super good. And you have to test a lot and learn a lot. There's a lot of other ways to do ads. There's that aren't in here. Our company is not big on paid strategies because anytime you're paying for advertising, you're potentially losing money, and they like to teach how to make money without jeopardizing money. So they do a lot more free types of strategies, which makes a lot of sense, but it's slower, but it's a lot more long-term stable too. So anyways, that is income producing activities. I think for the most part, getting leads and getting sales are the only income producing activities. You could probably throw in there keeping customers, right? Learning how to do stuff like this, keep some people around, how to build a team. This isn't really a team build company, but it's still, the longer you can keep a customer around, the more money you make, right? So that is definitely income producing activities as well. So, and that's why, let me stop my share here. That is why I like to say, even though I may not necessarily make money from Janine or Danny, I am helping someone else make money from Janine and Danny, and that makes me happy that that someone is making money by me helping them to stick around. And potentially they're making money too by me helping them stick around. And nonetheless, kids are being fed by me helping Danny and Janine stick around, so so that is definitely income producing activities, right? So that's why when I really look at this and I'm like, man, I'm tired today. Facebook was down. I could definitely say Facebook was down. I can't get a link out. I'm just gonna say, nah, no live today. No, we need to feed kids,
Yeah.
So
Or either I'll text you and go, help.
So that's what we got today. Let me real quick show you how you can get started with us if you want, at the page that you should be on, right? This is now screen number 3. Here is our page right here. This is the page that you're on. If you're in my YouTube, this would be the link that you could find in the description. If you're not in my YouTube, then be sure to get back with whoever sent you here, get their link. This button will get you into the all-in-one business. As you go through the all-in-one business, you'll find out that one sale per week can get you up to $75,000 per year. 2 sales per week can get you up to $150,000 per week, per year, and 3 sales per week can get you up to $224,000 per year if you do that team build kind of strategy we were talking about and keep those customers in for a year. That's how much money you can accumulate. On top of that, the company has now paid out over $5 million in commission, and there are some huge bonuses just for trying out the $25 product. You get, where's it at? It's right around here. You get like $12,000 in bonuses, right here. Come on, where are you at? $12,000. $12,253 in bonuses is what it is. I don't see it, but that's what it is. $12,253 in bonuses. And when you press the green button to get started with us now, you can also get 1 week, 2 weeks free of the Traffic and Conversions Academy that we talked about. Just press this. At 11 days, you'll get an email that says, hey, you got 3 days until we bill you the $125. If you love us, keep it, and you'll be billed the $125. All of our products pay 80% commission. So if you sell one, you make $100 on this. So that means that you're only being charged $25 a month after that. Well, you're still being charged $125, but you get a check for $100 a month for as long as that customer keeps it. So you can actually be making, if you were to sell both those products, you'd be making $120 a month for that customer for as long every month, as long as they keep it. So that's why we do this. That's why we try to show people this is real. It's a viable product. It's a product we used and showed you how to use in the call today and almost every day. And all of us use it. That's we use it because we like it, and it's what we use in our businesses. It's not just some product that we sell. So that's all I have today. Thanks, Danny, for stopping by. Thanks, Janine, for being here again today.
Janine, for working so hard. Thanks, Janine.
We will see you again tomorrow.
Thank you for helping. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll try to get on again tomorrow.
My pleasure. Of course.
Bye, everyone.
And if you need help, Danny, tomorrow or whenever, let us know.
Yep.
I will.
All
Thank
right.
you.
All right. Have a great
Bye,
day.
everyone.
Be careful,
Bye.
Danny.
Bye.
All right.
Bye,
Bye.
Danny.
Love
Bye,
you.
Janine.